Okay, we are here. Sorry, we had an issue with audio. Okay, so got free play up, all the way to 40. There it is. Okay. Okay, so, ad starting soon, perfect. X's and O's update. It's looking good. It is flipping. So we're on the right path. Things are looking good. Ah! Shoot. Oh, you know what? My pop. Oh, now it's working. Now it's working fine. It wasn't working last night. The left pop bumper. It was weird. But now it's working fine. So I guess I don't need to worry about it. Makes me wonder why it wasn't working last night. Is kind of weird. Too early. Woo, nice save. Okay. Yeah. Good shot, baby. Left out lane drain. Okay. Alright, well we know it's lunchtime, and for lunch today we are having chili. With cornbread, of course. All of this was made by my children. All right. There we go, left lane. Shoot. I really want to show off X's and O's. Maybe I'll get that over here, but it still needs a little work. Actually, it needs a lot more than a little. The flippers are flipping. Almost all of the things on it are working. But I gotta do a full playfield swap on that thing, and that's gonna be nuts. Right out lane. Come on. You know what? I gotta check if I'm in the pinball category here. Alright, I am. Great. Oh, right out lane. Come on. That was a short game. Alright. try this again. Oh, almost. Nope. Ah! So dangerous. So dangerous. Okay. What's up, YouTube? I see you there. See, now that pop bumper on the left is not working. Ah, okay. I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't know why it works a lot of the times and all of a sudden it stops working. Could be a loose wire. You know, a wire is hanging on by a thread. I'm not sure on that, but yeah, should have popped right there. So, I'm gonna open it up pretty soon again here. Alright, got the 5X. And we have an extra ball lit. Just have to get the shot. Ah, too early. Yeah! Post pass, baby. Okay. Woo! Alright, so we just need the Y. There's two ways I can do that. I can either just hit the Y right here, or if I hit this shot, I'll get the Y spotted for me. Early. Ah! Got an extra ball. Getting our 5-time bonus. Eating our chili. Lunchtime. Alright. Ball 2. So at this point, I would still probably go for that extra ball. Although, getting your multiplier also has a lot of points right now, because I have Black Pyramid almost all the way spelled once. It's tough. It's really tough. Free game. Alright, one more ball. And we'll probably check out this left pop bumper. See what's going on. It's been sporadically working, which means it's sporadically not working. See right there, it's not working. So, backhand. Alright, 2 more shots on the left, we get an extra ball. So this is definitely what I'm going for here. Never mind. Okay. Let's check out why that pop bumper on the left is giving me a hard time. 20-minute tech stream, 20-minute tech stream. All right. Lock bar off. Got my piece of foam. Try to do my best because I just cleaned the glass to try to not get my hands on it. Oh, glass. What's up? Nice glass. All right, that was a dumb joke. Okay. Grab the ball. And left pop bumper. It could just be a coil sleeve. No, the coil sleeve's fine. I'm guessing I probably just need to clean the contacts. So, we're gonna do what we've done before with that. You're gonna grab Dr. Dubes, how you doing? It is a good week, although my left pop bumper is not working sometimes right now. So, I'm going to take the sticky note and some isopropyl alcohol and just clean that contact, and I think that might be all that it needs. Okay, it's pretty dirty. All that dirt just came off. What's up, Slinger? How you doing? Okay. Hopefully just cleaning this contact is all it needs. Let's give it a try. Now again, it was sporadically working, right? Would sometimes work, would sometimes not work. Most of the time, it has been working, but then just recently, it's when it has been wanting to give a hard time. So let's check it out. Got Russian Foo Fighters tickets for next August. Wow, okay. You got Jurassic Park fixed. Dude came out and put a couple drops of oil in the vuck. Nice. What's up, Chicago Bob? Man, we got the people here. So guys, X's and O's is flipping. It's got a lot of work ahead of it to get it fully back up and running. But it is flipping. I'm gonna have to do a playfield swap. So I'm thinking we take a weekend. Not this weekend, I'm gone. Actually, I'm gonna be in Chicago. Chicago Bob. I'm gonna be in Chicago this weekend. But I think I'm gonna take like a Saturday. We'll do a live stream. This is once I get my rotisserie. That has not shown up yet. Once I get my rotisserie, yeah. I'm gonna do a stream with a playfield swap. That's gonna be quite an endeavor. So, all right, let's test this last pop bumper. Why are you not working now? You were working fine. Okay. Well, you were working fine. Yeah, it's, Bob, you gotta look up, Curse of the Vampire Orchestra. We are playing, we're playing to the silent film, which is, Phantom of the Opera. We're playing the silent film for Phantom of the Opera. Oh, I just realized I can take this playfield. Ooh, this is nice, actually. Hold on. There's another position you can put this playfield for me to be able to access everything. Which is kind of nice. Just have to get all of these wires out of the way. That is nice. Okay. I don't know if you can really... Yeah, you can kind of see that. So I can get at everything a lot easier now. I didn't realize that this machine had that option. That would have helped a lot. Okay. Wires are all soldered in. I mean... I can just reflow solder. Maybe it just is a cold solder joint. Might as well. And get some new solder in there too. Alright. How many times am I going to do a 20-minute tech stream on this thing? My solder has flux built into it, which I believe is kosher, correct? I'm just waiting for that to get hot enough. Alright. We're hot enough. Oh, I'm definitely hot enough. Okay. Okay. All right. Solder reflowed on the coil. Let's do it on the, what's it called? Leaf switch. Well, how was everybody's weekend? Oh, it's only a mile. Okay. Yeah, if you can make it, that'd be great. I will just let you know, I just like to give people a fair warning. So the whole movie, you're just gonna hear us play music, but then at the end, the guy who does this thing, he's like ministry based. So he doesn't really go too deep into it, but he kind of has his own like interpretation of Phantom of the Opera. He talks for maybe like 5 or so minutes. He really doesn't make it super awkward. He's not really pushy about his religion or anything like that. But I do like to give a fair warning to people who maybe aren't religious. I don't want to go too much into that online, but Yeah, just a fair warning. It's not really even that awkward. He just kind of tells his story, and that's it. I think it's great. I have no issues with it, really. But I just like to let people know, because I don't want them to be sidetracked and like, I thought I was just coming to see a silent film with music, and then it's like this gotcha moment at the end. So, yeah, just so you know. You could solder. Bob, you could totally solder. I really should just get some flux also. Hako FX 901 soldering iron. Nice. What I really want to get is the soldering iron that Milwaukee makes. Because it takes the Milwaukee battery, which I have for my drill. Oh my god, that would be so nice to not have to be plugged in anything, because they get really hot. Well, that does look like something's broken off of that. Kinda, doesn't it? Whoa, whoa, whoa. This solder definitely is pretty old, so hopefully this fixes it. Come in at this angle here. Okay. All right, so to refloat on that, we got one more point. Of course, it's the hardest spot to get to. Oh boy, I'm gonna come at this at a different angle here. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, that's tight. That is tight. Oh wait. Did I get that one? I'm gonna try it again just in case. I don't think I got this one. Ooh, you gotta be careful though. Okay, let's see if that works. If that doesn't work, then I don't know what to do next. Gotta move it back into place. Then I'll catch up on chat. Should get these cables. They made a little cable strain relief, which is nice. I like that. So they're not just hanging straight down. Let's see if that fixed it. And if it did, I probably should do the same to the other side. Okay. Woo! Alright. Let's see, what'd you say? Under 40 bucks, nice. 5 soldering irons of varying quality. Nice. Swap a flasher lamp board in the apron spots a bowling center Kong. Taco lies flat with the tip floating, so it doesn't burn when it's sitting on. That's nice. Alright, let's try it. Nope. Did not fix it. You were the chosen one! You were supposed to bring balance, not to destroy it! Okay. I'm wondering if it's something to do with the board. See, now it works. Yeah, I think it's the solenoid board. See now? Yeah. Okay, it does work. See, but now it's not working. But now it is working. But if it goes too soft, it doesn't work. So it wouldn't be the solenoid board then, because it's working. Maybe there's... Maybe there's a minor adjustment that needs to be made. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's working now. That's weird. If you got any thoughts, hit me up. If you've got any thoughts. What's up, Beat Me? How you doing? Good to see you, buddy. So everybody, who hasn't been on in the past 20 minutes. X's and O's is flipping now, which is great. So I got to do a playfield swap. We're going to do a long stream one of these days on a Saturday, probably Saturday and Sunday combined. Once I get my rotisserie so that I can easily do a playfield swap. I think actually I might be able to get away with only replacing the cables that were snipped. Potentially. So I don't have to resolder, like desolder and resolder everything. If the skirt isn't triggering the leaf switch, that could be an issue. Well, it is sometimes, right? Like sometimes it triggers and sometimes it doesn't. I wish I had my cell phone set up to be able to show you X's and O's, because the sound on it is pretty awesome. It's got some... I'll see if I can get stuff set up earlier or later this week to be able to show you like the sounds. But it's just like this deep... Like that's the whole game, but it's pretty awesome. Okay, well, shoot, it's doing this again. These old machines, I tell you. Okay. Calling out to nearby whales. It's kind of like, I mean, it's the same sound chip as see, now it's working. It's the same sound chip as Black Pyramid. Now it's working fine. Works great. Like when you hear this, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, that's like kind of the vibe, only instead of it pulsing, it's just like it's really cool. And the layout is pretty nuts on that thing. Like, this is a very symmetrical game, you know, you've got your left, you got your right, you got the pop-up, like, everything's symmetrical on this. There is, like, nothing about that game that is symmetrical at all. Very different George Christian design, for sure. What's everybody having for lunch today? I'm having chili. I think you guys saw I got Cliffy protectors now, so I can do this and then do this. So I would say if that left pop bumper keeps cooperating, this game is fully operational. It probably should be waxed though. It could use a good wax. Especially like these older machines, you really gotta wax them because there's no coating. So that's how the playfield can get worn up. So I probably should do a wax soon. Maybe we'll do a wax tomorrow, and then I'll have my phone on me. And after we do the wax, I can show you guys X's and O's. Ham and Swiss baguette, more of a breakfast. Chicken and mashed potatoes. Marte! How are you? I believe I've seen you on here before. Welcome. Good to have you. Well, we definitely have seen you on here before, because that's not your first time chatting. Where are you from, Marte, if you want to say? It's been a while. Well, it's all good. It's okay. That's the nice thing about lunch break is it's every day, Monday through Friday. Come and go as you please. Chicken and mashed potatoes, though. Mid-Missouri. I am going to St. Louis next month for work. It's actually technically going to be a suburb of it. I think it's St. Petersburg, I think? I think. Extra ball is lit, everybody. Let's try to get it. Okay. I can't imagine what this game with a wax would feel like. It's already really fast compared to usual. I might put the back legs back down. Okay. Let's stop goofing around here. Come on. Okay, extra ball. Murphy's is a good place to play out there. Okay, great. Extra ball! I'm only gonna be there for a couple days, and I will not have a car. I should look it up. It's for a company called CTI. And they have like a big trade show type thing happening. Pre-game. Chicago Bob finished third cup of coffee. Gonna go downtown to grab some lunch. Man, I really want some Pequod's pizza right now. Dang, that was a horrible extra ball. You're making me want some Pequod's, Chicago Bob. It's working great. Maybe, I don't know why, but maybe it just needed a resolder. I don't know why it wasn't working at first. Weep, womp, womp, beep, womp, beep. Pew, pew, boom, beep, pew, pew. Boing, boing. Bummer! Yeah. Okay, let me look up that place. It's outside of, let's see. What's a suburb right outside of St. Louis? It's like 12 minutes from the airport. No, not St. Louis Park. St. Louis, Missouri. Also, what's your airport called? Coming from Boston, your attitude is still it isn't pizza if you can't fold it. Oh boy. So you're not like really Chicago Bob then, right? Because if you're from Chicago. Also, YouTube's down now again. YouTube's been having a lot of fun. I'm not sure why. St. Louis Airport. Okay. So that's actually further away from downtown, the airport. St. Charles. I'm going to be in St. Charles. Okay. So let's see what pinball is in St. Charles. Pinball map. St. Charles, Missouri. You guys ever use pinball map? It's awesome. You can look at all of the places. St. Charles, Missouri, come on. Okay, so we have Red Fish, Blue Fish. We have Two Plumbers Brewery and Arcade. That's not quite downtown. Rec Hall, STL. There's a place that has one Metallica Pro. St. Charles Music House. St. Charles Lanes. Mead Hall, Swarm Brewing Company, Leo's Pub and Grill. I guess I think I'm oh, where am I staying? I'm staying like right on the river. So I bet this Soda Museum might be the closest, or Dirty River Records. So. Whoa, we got a raid. What's up? How you doing? Hey guys, playgamesmore.com. Thank you so much. Just talking about how I'm going to be traveling to St. Charles, Missouri next week, and we're looking up pinball map. This is lunch break pinball stream, noon to 1 Central Standard Time. If you're not subbed or following, please do. That's helpful. Also, go over to YouTube and do the same thing. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs on YouTube. It's just MN Retro Gamer. So please do that. I'm at like 807. Trying to hit 1,000, hopefully by the end of the year. So I stream pinball noon to 1 on my lunch break, and we all just hang out and have a good time. So a lot of the regulars are, well, playgamesmore.com hops on quite a bit. We got Marte, we got Dr. Doobie, Chicago Bob, Slinger 2112. Currently, those are the regulars that are on, but we do have quite a few more regulars that hop on. You'll see anything from old games to new games. Maybe you're gonna have a new game coming in soon. We'll see. I do a lot of repairs, so I'll buy a game for like 700 bucks. Needs a lot of work, and I'll end up fixing it up. So this is one of them, actually. This is the second game I ever got. It's Black Pyramid, Bally 1984, George Christian design. This thing needed a lot of work when I first got it. I didn't know anything about pinball when I first got this thing. But I've learned a lot. So obviously the first things you can do are just make sure all the bulbs are working. Let's see. I had a bulb, I don't, oh. So this is still on incandescence. So I just use these 555 bulbs. They just socket right in. Now, long term, yes, you should swap over to LEDs. That's a very good thing. Hey, Casual, how you doing? Thanks for the sub with Prime. That's another good point. You can subscribe for free with Amazon Prime. Take a little bit of Daddy Bezos' money and bring it back to the pinball community. So, I think it gives me like $2.50 each sub. It doesn't cost you anything other than your Amazon Prime subscription. So, I gave mine this month to, oh, I think it was Grown Up, yes, it was Grown Up Adjacent. Another great streamer, probably does it better than I do. If you haven't followed Grown Up Adjacent, go follow as well. But yeah, Casual GC, good to see ya. We just did a 20-minute tech stream. The left pop bumper was not working. I resoldered, I reflowed solder to all the joints, and it wasn't working at first, but now it's working fine. So anyway, let's get to playing some games. That's probably what you guys want to see. But X's and O's is another one that I just got this summer. I haven't touched it at all, to be honest, other than last night. And I got it flipping, so that's good. It needs a lot of work though. We're gonna do a full play field swap. So if that's ever interested you, if you're ever like, what does that even look like? I can't tell you because I've never done it myself, but I'm gonna learn as I go. If you guys are, you know, part of the community and know what I can do, I always appreciate people commenting in. That is how I've learned a lot about pinball. Slinger 2112 has done a lot of help to get my brain at least to a basic fundamental understanding of how to work on these machines. A lot of you have chimed in here or there, so very much appreciated. I'm very passionate about pinball, and I don't know, I'm still at that spot of like I don't know what I don't know in many ways, but I have learned a lot in a year. I own 9 machines. If you want me to list them off, I'm happy to do that. But you have to use a crash redemption if you want me to list off the machines that I own. But yeah, I have old and I have new. Currently at home right now, I only have the old games because I have 4 machines on location. And 2 of those are modern Sterns. So, but I also will let you know am in the process of hopefully getting a modern Stern at home. So I originally did have an Avengers at home, but I moved it on location to try to get a little bit of extra money because I was laid off for 2 months. So, but I have a new job. It works really well for my schedule, so I can still do this on my lunch break. But I do have to leave in like 10 minutes. I started 5 minutes late today, so. And I'm not playing so well. Sorry about that. But play games more. What were you playing? Or doing, or talking, or singing? Because I know that you like to sing. But yeah, all the stuff that I did to this machine, let's see. A lot of light bulbs are out. The board at the base of the machine, which yes, some of these 80s games had boards in the base. That, I had to buy a new one and replace it. I had to put in a new solenoid board in this thing, which I pulled from X's and O's. Let's see, this right sling was sticking, so I had to get that fixed. That light was out. I put Cliffy protectors, which are like a metal CNC'd ball return. So the cool thing is on stream, you can't really tell they're there. So it doesn't really take away from the vibe, because this is obviously a very vibey 80s game. But it doesn't take away from that vibe at all. The 5X broke at one point, I replaced that. The 3X was sticking, I fixed that. We just did the pop bumper today. This target was not swinging when I first got it. Just reflowed solder, that fixed it. I've learned all these things just through forums, people chiming in, all of that. The next thing I'd like to do on this machine is probably replace the back glasses scores with the LED ones. Those things are actually, they don't really take away from the vibe. They're the same glowing orange type thing. They just use way less electricity and last a lot longer. And what I'll probably do is I'll take these out and put them in X's and O's for now. Because they use the same parts. That's the cool thing about owning machines in the same era, is if you're upgrading anything, you can take the working parts from that, bring it to your other machine that might need it, until you decide to upgrade that down the road too. So yeah. Nobody's gonna redeem a crash, huh? Alright, we got 2X, that's good. Or 3X. No! Bummer! Well, what did everyone have for lunch today who came in on the raid? We've been starting to talk about that lately. I had chili. That was, made for by my children, actually. There we go. This game's all about getting the left and the right shots as much as you can. The right shot will give you a 2-time, 3-time, and then 5-time multiplier. In-lane drop targets, which are so fun. In-lane drop targets rule. The left side will give you 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, and then eventually an extra ball, and then a special, which is a free game. So it's really about trying to get your multiplier, which I just got 2 times, but then you want to spell Black Pyramid by hitting, you know, different targets around the playfield. Everyone's super quiet now. What's going on? I love the sounds on this thing. I love the vibe on this thing. I was not ever expecting to own this machine. It just kind of came up. A guy was like, hey, if you get me a multicade, I will trade you this pinball machine for it. And I was like, yeah, sweet. So I found a multicade for 350 bucks. He was happy, I'm happy. Like I said, this thing needed a lot of work. It probably needed $400 to $500 more put into it to get it working. Because the board in the bottom, I think it was like 150 to 200. I guess the bulbs aren't that expensive, but then I did buy a $150 All-Tech board for the solenoid driver, which wasn't working in this, but it does work in X's and O's, so we don't have to worry about it. Just leaving that in X's and O's. I took X's and O's solenoid driver and put it in this. So maybe not 500 bucks, but I'd say $350 to $400 more. Oh, I did also, this was broken too. This cap, it says 1,000 when lit or 3,000 when flashing. So I fixed that. New rubber kit too, that was probably, I don't know, 10 bucks. So all around, probably an extra $400 on top of the 350. But then, you know, 350, but then you think about gas, picking up that thing, and the stress and headache of trying to find an item, you know, and all that. So it can be a lot. But that's just kind of how I operate, especially if you want some of these older games affordably. Just a lot of how I go about getting pinball machines is, well, how can I afford it? And it's usually buying them broken and getting them fixed. So, but I'm starting to learn the value of just like buying a working machine. It's really nice if you can do it. Straight down the middle. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do one more game after this and then sign off. Actually, I've only been streaming for 53 minutes, so might have time for a few more games. Oh, almost. These left and right shots are deceivingly hard. Like, they look like they'd be easy, and maybe to a better player they would be. But they're deceivingly, like, tough shots. And then if you make the shot on the right, it's coming right back to you unless if you've gotten all the drop targets down. So definitely the goal is get all those drop targets down so that when you hit that shot, it goes up to the top. But yeah, like that. It's just coming right back down. Ah, that was bad. That was real bad. Alright. Six minutes left of the stream. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I already said it, but that plastic was broken. So it was getting stuck right there. There we go. Nice. Oh, close. Boom. Anybody see the movie Hook recently? I just saw it last night. Again. Although I have to admit, I've never actually ever finished Hook. Because the only version we had of it growing up was a VHS recorded version of it from my grandma. For Christmas, she would give us, it's actually really sweet, she would give us VHS recordings of TV movies, and somehow it accidentally got recorded over halfway through. It was actually, I have a very not fond, like a vivid memory of like, I loved watching the movie Hook growing up, but I never got to finish it. And the last part that I saw was when they're playing baseball. Look at that. Look at that. When they're playing baseball with the Pirates, and one of the guys is stealing a base, and the guy takes a gun and shoots him. Because that right after that was when the recording somebody else accidentally recorded over it. Now, children, there's this thing called VHS tapes back in the day. But it was funny, like, we would always watch it knowing that that moment's coming, but for some reason, I guess I just always, like, hoped that it was gonna be there, like, the end of the movie. And of course it never was, because it was recorded over. So I got to, like, actually finish Hook for the first time last night. And it was good. Dude, Robin Williams is just, we all know, he's incredible. And then there's the Hook pinball machine, right? I played it at Expo. I think I'd need more time with it. It seemed to be a little bit one-dimensional, but I could be wrong. It seemed like it was all about that shot that, you know, spirals around, which is a really cool shot, but like, how long playing that before you go, man, is there much else to this game? But again, I could be wrong. I didn't play a lot of games on it. I don't know the modes. Anyone else here play Hook? I just got an extra ball. And if you have, what do you think of it? I mean, it's a beautiful looking game. It's got quite a cool vibe. And I will say that, like, giant spiral shot is pretty unique to pinball. It just takes up, like, so much of the playfield, you know? Oh, come on. Free game! Alright, this is going well. This is gonna have to be my last game. No! God, I almost spelled Black Pyramid again. Okay. You played the V-Pin in VPX. It's awesome. Okay. I do think it's good. I guess I'm also right now in like a mindset of like, I'm only gonna put my money towards a game that has like longevity right now, because I don't have one at home. Like even Black Pyramid, which I love, I'll be like, you know, 30 minutes into playing this game every day, and I'll be like, I really want to play something else. Oh god, that was horrible. Yeah, it's not deep. Okay. I think it's fun. I do think it's fun. Hook pinball. But right now, $3,000, that's going towards a modern Stern. Like, I think it's probably, jeez, okay. I think it's about, you know, $2,000, $3,000 machine, if I remember correctly. I had someone offer me $2,500 for one in Wisconsin, and I was like, ooh, that's not a bad price. But I'm pretty laser focused on a modern Stern. So I'm pretty sure what I'm getting is Stranger Things. I'm hoping. So, all right, that is an hour, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. If you have not hit the follow button, please do. If you haven't subscribed with your Amazon Prime or even just your normal monies, please do if you want to. YouTube, it's lunchtime somewhere. Where's the camera? There's the camera.